Alright, this is Scotty Blade Collectibles, and on today's video we're going to be sticking in a full loose set of the Panini Premier League 2023 stickers into the hardback sticker album. So without further ado, I will get the hardback sticker album opened. So let's get into this. Usually I always go with the soft backs when I'm sticking in. But with this one, there was an offer on the hardback, so I've gone for the hardback. There we go. So this is the casing that it comes in. You get your 2 free sticker packets as well. I said free sticker packets, 2 sticker packets that come with it. Folding on the front of that one. And there. And then obviously this is the one that comes in it. It comes with, so it's like a casing for it as well. It's like the back of it. Obviously the full price £30, but I've not paid that. That's the front of it. Move that out of the way. And this is the album, so it is slightly different to the softback one. With how it's laid out, I think it's more in how the elite players are laid out. I'll go to them. So that's the legends and things. So yeah, I think the elites are just laid out slightly different compared to the normal albums. So, right, that's obviously we'll have a full look through it as well as we're going along. But yeah, that's the front. That's the back. And let's get started. So I've obviously got the transfer set as well. Like I say, it's going to be a full, complete loose set we're going to have on today's video. Not going to lie, I'm going to do it over a few days. There's no way I could spend all this time here with 3 young kids. A full-time job, sticking all these in, but it's going to be all as one video. So I will have absolutely no issues with you as well, going along to your team and just seeing your team. So what I will do is as well, every time I get a sticker, I will put it up to the camera so you can see it, get a good look at the sticker, and I'll stick it in. I've got Nacho out of the transfer update, so let's get started. We'll start at the beginning with number 1. So here is sticker number 1. I'll bring right up to the camera. There you go, so it's number 1. Let's get it stuck in. What I will say is about the quality of the Premier League stickers. It really is good quality. Sometimes I think the World Cup ones are a bit thinner than the Euro ones, but the Premier League ones are really thick. There you go. And really good quality. So I'm more than pleased with them. Number 2. There we go. First page done. On to the next one. The next page is the kits. Like that, don't want it to fold over and be bending the stickers. So obviously the first one is AFC Bournemouth. So the first by default, aren't they? I'll stick it in, there we go. Number 3 in. And number 4 is Arsenal. I quite like these as well. I know they've had kit stickers obviously since Panini brought them back, but I'm liking the double kit at home and away stickers. I really am. It's a bit like a throwback to the first season, isn't it? Where they had like the double kits, but it were like the home kits of other teams. Unfortunately, the Merlin who did at the time thought about that. That's Aston Villa, this one. And they didn't put Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United on the same sticker. I think they put Sheffield United and Southampton. Which was a good call. Brentford. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the sticker albums as well. This year's sticker album, I've got to say, every year I get more and more impressed with them. They make little adjustments, make little improvements, and I'm always really pleased with it as Brighton. It's the quality of the stickers for me. Like I said, the quality of them is second to none. Can't grumble at them whatsoever. Let me know how you stick your stickers in as well. You see, I did it with the World Cup one where I got quite a lot and then I started sticking them in and then sticking all the other ones in when I got them. But where really I prefer to get Chelsea, to get a full set and then do it like this. Put them all in order and then stick them all in order. Oh, wait a minute, I don't want that. Sticking them in all in order so I can just get one at a time. No looking for them. It just all goes in. They all go in nice. It's, like I say, it's the best way I find, because I went through a stage a few years ago. We could actually get the stickers quite cheap for the previous World Cups. Where I did that, I buy quite a few boxes, get them all, sell all the swaps, and then when I'd sort them all out into order, start sticking them in. And I'd even do it at work. Oh, there we go, there's Everton. Didn't do it. I'd sit down on my break and just stick a full team in. Like, oh, break time, right, time for Ivory Coast to go in. So yeah, looks quite big that, doesn't it? Let's start again. Let's go right over the edge. This might be a bit of a bigger sticker. This one, that's better. So let me know in the comments what you think. You like sticker? Do you just like to stick them in as you get them? Not even put them in any sort of order. Just stick them in. Go from different page to different page. We'd like to get them all and then stick them in all at once. Or do you just keep a full loose set? People like to keep loose sets. Obviously, worth more money as Leeds as a loose set. And now relegated Leeds as well. Only team in Yorkshire now in the Premier League. It's the Blades. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next season. I'll be getting all the different collections because obviously I've got my own personal Sheffield United collection, which is in one of my other videos. If you want to have a look, I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cards and stickers. That's Leicester. Yeah, let me know in the comments how you do it. Let me know if you like these sorts of videos as well. I've got some other loose collections what I haven't managed to stick in yet, and I can put them on as well. I think last season's, because I didn't fill that until quite late on. So I've got last season's to still stick in, so I'm happy to do that video as well. If these are the sort of things that you're liking to watch, let me know in the comments. Thought I'd give it a go. See, I've not really seen anyone do this before with a full loose set, stick it all in. That's Man City's kit. I've just stuck Liverpool's in, now we're into Man City's. Man United. Move them up a little bit, so don't knock them over. And Newcastle, only got 6 more kits left. Quite heavy with teams lower down in the alphabet, isn't it, at the minute? So I know in next seasons, I think we'll be the 4th to last team. We're not usually that low down. Oh, Forest. It's not got their sponsor on yet, has it? And that. Got their sponsor quite late on. Southampton, one of the relegated teams. Obviously Leicester as well, never said them. They've gone down to be replaced by Burnley, Luton and Sheffield United. So it'd be nice as well to see Luton, because obviously they've not been in the Premier League. They've not been in the top division, sorry, since 1992. They got relegated the worst possible time before the Premier League season before the Premier League were made. And I think they were along with Notts County got relegated as well from the first division. And they've both been in the non-leagues, haven't they? But Notts County have just come up this year in the playoffs, beating Chesterfield. Luton had all that time away as well. West Ham, just done Spurs. West Ham are in the final as well tomorrow. As I'm filming this, it's tomorrow anyway, in the Europa Conference League final. And even as a Sheffield United fan, I've got to say I do hope they win. They're representing England at the end of the day. It'd be nice for another Premier League team to win a European trophy, and they're like a proper club with proper fans as well, aren't they? Even though all that with the Tevez thing in 2007, Sheffield United got relegated instead of West Ham. you know, can forgive it for a European final. And there you go. That's the kit pages all stuck in. It looks pretty good to me. Loving, like I said, I'm loving the home and away kits. I hope they do this next season and do it as a page like this. This looks really good. So if you're listening, Panini, on to winner with this. Don't change it. Don't put the kits with the teams again. Keep it like this. Now we're going on to Bournemouth, or AFC Bournemouth, which puts them at the beginning. So they've stayed up, so they'll stay as the first team. Right, we'll start with the Bournemouth badge. I'm really impressed with the badges this season as well. I am loving how they shimmer like that again. It's like a throwback to early 90s. I'm liking it as well. Travers. I like on the player stickers as well how last season they had the stadiums in the background, but they were kind of coloured out, whereas this season it's like the full colour image of the stadiums. I'll show you. I'll put it up. I'll show you my Netto. I'm really loving that as well. So again, it's something that Panini have done really well. I hope they keep that. But again, they might change it. It might be really good. So far, like I said, I've been impressed by every season. It's got better for me. Neto's gone in. Got Ryan Fredericks. We'll also see how quick I can get some of these teams in. Quickest and neatest I'm wanting. You have to let me know in comments. Just let me know who you support. Who do you collect? Do you collect a certain team? Do you collect? Have you just got a personal collection for a certain player? You have to let me know. Oh my god, that's not gone in good. You know what? That's probably gonna do more harm than good. No, it's not. Yeah, no, that's gonna do more harm than good. So Bournemouth is not gonna win neatest. So I'm not happy with that myself, but it's in. We've got Lloyd Kelly, so they're quite awkward to stick in. Sometimes stickers as well, because like if you look, that looks quite level on the bottom. It's telling me obviously the sticker's not a very good cut. So number 27, let's make sure this one's stuck in straight. Yes, happy with that one. That's not a bad one. Chris Mepham. Every now and again you might see odd little wobble on camera. It's because it's on a really high tripod. I must get it really high to get all this in. And not my ugly mush. So apologies for any wobbling. Adam Smith, number 29. Helps as well, even if you've got the wrong number. It's got the player as well, hasn't it? The player's face. Right, we're going to do this one good this time. Again, it's a slightly out. I'm not doing these edge ones very good at all. And so we've got number 30, which is like the Bournemouth team. Sticking over part of Gary O'Neill's body, who's done brilliantly as Bournemouth manager since he took over from Scott Parker. It's got Marcus Senesi. Marcus Senesi stuck in. We can get him stuck in good. Oh yes, nicely done. Jordan Zamora. Right, come on. We're going to do better this time. That is the best one we've done of them so far. Very happy with that one. Right, number 33, Lewis Cook. Stuck in beautifully. David Brooks. Obviously everyone's really pleased he's come back from his cancer. He even started towards the end of the season, didn't he? I mean, when we had him one of his first few seasons as a player at Bramall Lane, it was absolutely, put this down a bit, outstanding. I mean, one of his very first starts were away at Hillsborough in a Sheffield derby, and he absolutely rinsed him. He basically ended Jack Hunt's career by megging him on the halfway line. There we go. So he's a really good player, and hopefully gets back to his best. Jefferson Lerma gets back in the Wales squad. Let's see if we can get a few of these in quick in Ryan Christie. Wait slightly over there, so I don't knock my piles over. Joe Rothwell. Much easier on this side. Marcus Tavernier. Or Tavernier. Junior Stanislas. Got some good young English players as well. Aren't they, Bournemouth? Yeah, I've really got a good recruitment at Bournemouth. Ben Pearson. Promo scored the players, and then a few of the special stickers on the back. Shiny ones. Philip Billing. Dominic Solanke, who absolutely tore Championship to bits last season, didn't he? And he's got a few goals in Premier League this season as well. So he's still got to live up to the hype a bit, but he has done well. Jaden Anthony. Oh, actually, tell you what, good job I've checked the paces. Let's keep them all first before Jaden Anthony. Look at that. My number putting skills weren't very good. So keep them all. Number 43. See, that's a good thing with the faces. But then I'm like, well, that's not Jaden Anthony. They're very different. One's Welsh and one's English. There we go. That's the Bournemouth player stuck in. Looks lovely, doesn't it? I love a full page of stickers when they're all stuck in. Right, on to the last page for Bournemouth. Really thick paper as well in the hardback albums. So we've got number 45, which is a Jaden Anthony one to watch. Star signing Marcus Tavernier. Open into focus. 46. Also one of the ultimates as well, isn't he, in the Adrenaline Plus collection. Number 47 is Kiefer Moore. A few rounds around the South Yorkshire clubs as well, Kiefer Moore. Oh, that's not coming into focus. We're not having it, are we? Ryan Christie, there we go, key player. 48, if I'm making sure. Number 49, Neto. struggling getting these into focus at the minute, aren't we? Whoa, there we go. We're into focus. Neto. All these keepers, we've got every single team's got all these keeper ones, haven't they? It's like this bright orange colour. Key player, Dominic Solanke. Yeah, there we go. It's into focus. It was into focus. There we go. Dominic Solanke. And another key player of Lloyd Kelly. I don't like getting to focus off this page, does it? Ah, Marcus Tavernier's face. Right, there we go. Not much to do on the next page, isn't there? So Lloyd Kelly is going in. And this, once this goes in, is Bournemouth complete. There we go. First team done. So we'll just go back through and show you it all. So that's all the players, the badge, and all the stat stickers and all the stats and the nice shiny stickers as well. Next, we're on to the Gunners, onto Arsenal. We'll finish second, didn't they? They were unlucky. We really did so well and then just followed at the end. So there we go, the Arsenal badge. But when Man City get going, they're like a juggernaut, aren't they? They just don't stop. They keep winning and winning and winning. You think, oh, they're not having that good a season, and all of a sudden just win 20 in a row, something like that. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Aaron Ramsdale, again, another former Sheffield United player, who did actually play really well for us in our second half of the season that we got relegated. He didn't in the first half, but he did in the second half. Matt Turner, which probably part of the reason why Arsenal paid 30 million for him, because he shows how class he was, and as he has done with Arsenal, he's such a good goalkeeper. And certainly knocking on that door for England's #1 spot. Kieran Tierney. Right, I need to line this up properly here. Not having there we go. That's better than other page. That's better than Bournemouth. Ben White. Not coming off that corner. Some of them are more thick than other ones as well, and they're a bit harder to get off, as I've just found out. So yeah, Gunners fans, how do you think your season went then? I mean, for me, obviously, where you've been the last few seasons, obviously you stuck with Arteta. Gabriel is going in. Stuck with the process, and you were so close. It's only the last, literally, couple of weeks it went away, weren't it? I mean, for me, it's a success this season. But I'm not an Arsenal fan, I'm a Sheffield United fan. So you'll have to let me know, William Saliba, what your season was like. I still think it was a good season in the end. And just go again next year. Build on it. You've got some fantastic young players like Saka and Odegaard as well, who is a brilliant player, isn't he? The Arsenal team picture, number 59. Obviously, you've got Gabriel Martinez as well. Up front, Jesus, you get a really good team. Emile Smith-Rowe, yeah. Rob Holding going in. So yeah, I won't be too disheartened. I think we can get another go next season. Just got to keep Man City at arm's length, and then games against them don't lose. Tomiyasu, Takahiro Tomiyasu. try and get him in quicker. Otherwise this video is going to be about a day long. So Zinchenko. Thomas Partey. Bukayo Saka. We're going to play so well for England in the Euros and the World Cup, especially the World Cup. He's just getting better and better, isn't he? Captain sticker, Martin Odegaard. You forget, Odegaard, he's only 20, he's 24. Only just turned 20, probably, yeah, 24 and a half, actually, sorry. But yeah, you forget how young Odegaard is. Emile Smith-Rowe. I know when United beat Tottenham in the Cup, Arsenal fans were happy when we were playing what they thought were the Saka and Smith-Rowe song at the end, but it's what we sing at the end of the matches when we win for Eki and Stuart McCall. There we go, Vieira for the rocking all over the world. So although it was nice that you thought it was a little dig that we're playing a Arsenal song to the Spurs fans when it's actually a song that we play. Albert Sambi Lokonga, 68. Mohamed El Nene. Granit Xhaka. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, that's not a good one. I'm not happy with that. Gabriel Martinelli. Can't believe how bad that look. That level at the bottom. This one right. There we go. Martinelli's fine. Last but not least, Eddie Nketiah. Nice one. There we go. There's your full Arsenal page. It's looking good, isn't it? There. Right, on to the back page. Right, so let's get into this last page. So we've got one to watch. Gabriel Martinelli. Number 74. Star signing Gabriel Jesus. 75. Picture of the stadium there as well. It's a massive stadium, the Emirates. It's nice as well on the inside and the outside. Padded seats all round. I have been once before to watch United lose 3-0 in 2006. Did score as well early on. It got ruled out for no reason. I think it was Leeds that would. Bring this up to you. No, they did. Scored a volley from outside box. And then Thierry Henry scored 2. I think it was Arsenal's first ever league win as well. It was the first ever league win at the Emirates. Key player Zinchenko. So a little quiz question there for you. I know the first team that Arsenal beat in the league at the new stadium at the Emirates. It was Sheffield United. 3-0. Because at train times, I had to leave early as well. Key player Aaron Ramsdale. Leave about 5 minutes early. Key player Granit Xhaka. And we're at 79. And key player Bukayo Saka. Number 80. There we go. It's Arsenal complete, so we'll just quickly go back and show you the full Arsenal team, stickers, and stats page at the back with all like the shiny stickers and key players. And now we're on to Aston Villa. So get started with the villains. See if we can do this a lot quicker then. So there's the badge, number 81. Emiliano Martinez, who may or may not still be at Villa come next season. Obviously he's World Cup winning goalkeeper now, and he made an absolutely ridiculous save, didn't he? Towards the end of extra time. Robin Olsen, I said about him as a goalkeeper the better. He was on loan at Bramall Lane before he went to Aston Villa, and he just wasn't very good really. A man so tall and someone who plays so well for Sweden, he didn't pull off some absolutely ridiculous save for Sweden, and he'd struggled to save a 3-year-old shot at Bramall Lane sometimes. I just don't understand how you can be that different for your country compared to your club. Matty Cash, Diego Carlos, Ezri Konsa, Tyrone Mings, revitalised his career since he's gone to Villa, hasn't he, Mings? Villa team picture. Right, I can't believe how well he's done since Unai Emery has taken over as well. In the relegation zone with Gerrard, and Unai Emery's come. Basically the same players. You were Champions League contenders at one bit, the run you went on. Ashley Young. So now you're in the Conference League. 89. It'd be nice if we could ever get into Europe. We've never played in Europe United. Jan Bednarek. But then again, does it bring more? Does it bring worse things and good things? Because then you've got Europe and the league to play in. Lucas Digne. Obviously West Ham have struggled this season, haven't they? And didn't confirm the Premier League status until quite late on in the season. They only finished on 37 points with it as well. Something like that. But they are in the Europa Conference League final. Douglas Luiz. So it's rough, but it's smooth, isn't it? They're quite low down in the league, but you are in a European final and can know what to take. John McGinn, your captain. Even has like captain written there as well. Underneath the number. Morgan Sanson. Emiliano Buendia, bought from Norwich. Felipe Coutinho. Amazing signing. So last time he was sold to anyone, it was Barcelona for 120 odd million. Leon Bailey. Never really did it, did it, compared to what I did at Liverpool. Leander Dendoncker. Right, I want to say Clive Mendonca. With him. Jacob Ramsey. Scored an hat-trick in the playoff final in 1998, was it, I think? At Sunderland. Boubacar Kamara in the Championship playoff final. That's finished 4-4. Charlton went up all them years ago. Danny Ings, who's now gone to West Ham, I think, hasn't he? Might even be in the transfer updates, Danny Ings. And Ollie Watkins. There you go. So far, I think fastest and neatest there for Villa. That's their full team done. I'll turn this over. So we've got one to watch. Jacob Ramsey. Star signing Diego Carlos. Another really good ground as well, Villa Park. I mean, it's a shame they've got the picture of what used to be the away end, that bit there, didn't it? So the whole end, the other side of the stadium, because that's such a big, massive, good stand. We go. It looks like Leon Bailey celebrating a goal. It's a nice old ground as well, Villa Park. Lucas Digne, key player. Key player, Emiliano Martinez. Not popular name in the Villa squad, isn't it, Emiliano? Both Argentine players as well. Key player, Danny Ings. Oh, obviously he's a West Ham key player now. And key player, Philippe Coutinho. There we go. So, sorry for any Aston Villa fans. I've done that quite quick. I will show you again. That's your full team, badge, team player, team sticker, sorry. And your stat page with all like the special stickers, shiny one. So now we're on to Brentford. You may have noticed a slight change, Brentford, as this is my first come back to it. I've had my first break and now I'm starting again. Because like I say, I ain't got time to put them all in all at once. So this is the Brentford badge, sticker 1 up. Sticker 110. David Raya. 111. But yeah, obviously I like to talk about things, obviously all football related, about what's happening now in the world. And obviously I was recording this last night. West Ham won the Europa Conference League. Now, I am a Sheffield United fan. There is an unusual rivalry for some younger people between Sheffield United and West Ham in the fact that Aaron Hickey, 113, in the 2006-2007 season, West Ham signed Carlos Tevez and Javier Mascherano. Illegally, basically. What no one ever talks about, really, in it all, Rico Henry, is how much it actually derailed their season. If I'm going to be honest, as a Sheffield United fan, it completely messed up their season to start with. Probably why they were in the position they were to start off with, having these players, because they'd just been at the World Cup, and Tevez and Mascherano, as I'm sure you're all aware, are world-class players, or were at the time, Ethan Pinnock. but they did sign them illegally. So as the season went on, towards the end of it, Sheffield United weren't really looking like they were going to be relegated. West Ham went on an amazing run, winning something like 9 out of 11, beating Arsenal away, Zanka. And then it went to the last game of the season. Sheffield United were at home to Wigan. Wigan were in the relegation. No, West Ham, sorry, were in the relegation zone. They were. Wigan were just above it, and Sheffield United were just above them. West Ham were away at Man United. We've got the Brentford team picture. And Sheffield United were at home to Wigan. So all we had to do was draw to stay up. And we lost at home to Wigan. But it were okay because West Ham were playing away to Man U. Oh no. Who scored the winning goal? Carlos Tevez, Ben Mee, 118. And they stayed up. Sheffield United went down. And that's where the rivalry came from, basically, because West Ham should have been deducted points. And they weren't for the registration of illegal players. They were fined because at the time, basically, Ponce Shanton, basically, this is the captain sticker, it looked like they were down. So the FA instead, or the Premier League, decided to fine them. Then they went on a ridiculously good run and stayed up at the expense of Sheffield United. Christopher Ayer, 120. That went to court. Sheffield United won in court, and I think West Ham ended up settling it for about 18 million quid. So there's a bit of rivalry there. And whenever we play each other, there's lots of fun and games, because you know God. However, rivalries aside, I absolutely did want West Ham to win last night. They're an English club in Europe. Similar fan base to ourselves. Obviously, I've got a bigger fan base. I'm not going to say they haven't. But similar sort of fans, working class fans, really passionate about the club. Yeah, I wanted them to win. So really pleased they did. And Jarrod Bowen going through in last minute and slotting that one away. Even I cheered. This is Matthias Jensen. And then seeing David Moyes at the end doing all dancing, that were really good. And him with his 87-year-old dad, which is the first trophy he's ever won, first major trophy he's ever won, were really nice. So yeah, I'm pleased West Ham won. Like I say, rivalries aside. It's Josh De Silva going in. They are an English working men's club, you could say. Working people's club, because obviously lots of women support the game. I'm not, one of these footballs for everyone. 124, Johan Visser. I've got 2 daughters as well, so I'm at least want one of them to like football, as well as my son, Mikael Damsgaard. So yeah, I'm really pleased that they won last night. Let's hope Man City can do the treble on Saturday. Shandon Baptiste. So then 2 of the European trophies will be won by English teams, which is obviously always good for the game. English game. Vitaly Janelt. Yeah, West Ham fans, let me know what you think of last night's game. Like I said, I was pleased you won in the end. Definitely pleased. I wanted you to win. Sergi Canos. And obviously now, because they've won that, they're in the Europa League. Even though they finished quite low down in the league, like I said earlier, I would absolutely take finishing well below mid-table. If you're going to win a European trophy, Sergi Canos, that one. Ivan Toney, obviously, unfortunately, he's been suspended for betting breaches, even though Brentford's sponsor is Hollywood Bet. And hope one day United get the chance to play in Europe. Or something like that. It'd take a not a very good season in the league to win a European trophy, wouldn't you? That's a night never good. I mean, them limbs behind goal when West Ham scored were unbelievable. As a neutral, you've got to want to be involved in that. Brian Mbuemo. And I would absolutely have love to have been involved in them limbs behind that goal. Keane Lewis Potter. No matter how old you get with a goal in 90th minute in a final, it's limbs o'clock and limbs are coming. That's that page done. There's the full Brentford team. Now to the last page here. So first one is 132 is Johan Visser is the one to watch. Next one, star signing, Ben Mee, 133. Like I said, they've deliberately done that, isn't it? 133, Ben Mee. And then they put the always a B. Wants to be, always a B, Ben Mee. This is 134. I remember, God, not even, maybe 8, 9 years, well, no, probably about 10 years ago now, the rival we had with Brentford in League One. Shows how much both clubs have come on. We're always challenging for around the playoffs and things like that. And remember one game, Barry Robson, who's now was Christian Norgard, key player, was now the Aberdeen manager, took the best penalty I have ever seen when we played Brentford. Absolute, I don't know, I didn't break the angle of post and bar. He smashed it that hard into the top corner. I've never seen a better penalty in my life. But yeah, there we go. We always have a bit of a rivalry in that match. I think Sean Wright-Phillips scored the equaliser in injury time. Harry Maguire got sent off because Harry Maguire started at Sheffield United. He played quite a few games in League One. It was all fun. Brian Mbeumo, key player, 137. And key player, Pontus Jansson, 138. There we go. That's the Brentford team complete. So the pages are really thick in the hardback albums also. I would recommend, at the minute, they're on sale. £17 at Smith's. Go and get one. They are so much better than the softback albums. All right, on to Brighton. That's the Brighton badge. Let's see if we can do this quicker than the 9 minutes it just took me for Brentford. On Brighton, obviously, they are in the Europa League. Robert Sanchez. They're having an amazing season, although they've just sold McAllister, haven't they? Alexis McAllister to Liverpool. Jason Steele, which it could be a fee from anywhere between 60 million and a bag of nuts. Our media's reporting it, but I think it's around 35 million, is it? I've seen reports of 35 million, 55 million, 65 million. I know Liverpool haven't paid half as much as what Brighton would have wanted. Tariq Lamptey. But yeah, he was a brilliant player in the World Cup, wasn't he? And it certainly looks like he's certainly got some Scottish heritage in him. I know there's a link, Adam Webster, between Scotland and Argentina, isn't there? So he probably has, like his dad, looks like he should be managing a Scottish third division side. Adam Webster. Captain Lewis Dunk. Levi Colwill. Right, this one's getting done. Good. Still not having much luck at these end ones. That one's alright. I'm happy with that one. Brighton team picture. 4-6. But yeah, the Brighton were like us. Got to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Did a little bit better than us. We got basically annihilated by Man City 3-0. They got to penalties. Purvis Estupinen. And they were unlucky to lose on penalties to Man U. Man City were the eventual winners, weren't they, at the weekend? With a goal after 13 seconds from Gundogan. Joel Veltman. Oops, there you go, like I say, might knock that every now and again. So I've got my massive tripod. Solly March. There he is. Alexis McAllister. Out of Liverpool, 150. Obviously Bellingham moved to Real Madrid yesterday for quite a lot of money. Messi signed for into Miami, isn't he? Pascal Gross. Barcelona couldn't give him assurances that they'd be able to register him, so he's signed for the team at the bottom of the MLS. Obviously, they don't have relegations, do they, in America? They're all franchises. They do it differently, but would imagine Beckham being the owner. Adam Lallana, this one. Helps. It being in Miami. Would imagine also helps. Not too... Jakub Modo, it's not like playing in Saudi Arabia, is it? You're actually playing in America. Although the money on offer will be nothing compared to what was on offer in Saudi Arabia. Karu Mitoma. But at the same time, it's still going to be a decent amount, isn't it? Plus, you'll probably have a better lifestyle in America, in Miami, than he would in Saudi Arabia. Moises Caicedo, who is probably still going to move to Arsenal, isn't he? But, you know, Brighton have got a really good recruitment structure where they buy players for not a lot and sell them for a hell of a lot. Billy Gilmour. I know a lot of hype around Billy Gilmour when he first came through at Chelsea, weren't they? He's found his way to Brighton. It doesn't always work out at the bigger clubs though, does it? And then they have really good careers elsewhere. Leandro Trossard, who is now at Arsenal. 157. Danny Welbeck is 158. Jeremy Sarmiento is 159. And Dennis Undav afterwards is going to be 160. So yeah, I've only got another 500 or so to go. Not bad, is it? But like I said, anyone who's still staying tuned now, if you don't want to watch the whole video, by all means, I'm putting this on. If you want to just watch your team being stuck in, if you just want to watch it, look at what your whole team looks like, it's entirely up to you. Doing this because I'm going to stick them in anyway. And I haven't really seen a video with all the album being stuck in, so I thought, yeah, might as well do one. So 161, the one to watch, Moises Caicedo. I think I'll just move the book slightly there. Let me move that back. There we go. Star signing. Oh, yeah, sorry, I got that. Pervis Estupinan. He's 162. Alexis McAllister, 163. Pascal Gross is 164. Key player Robert Sanchez is 165. Key player Leandro Trossard is 166. And the last one for Brighton, Lewis Dunk, key player, 167. There you go, that's your full Brighton team. Stickers completed. Doesn't it look nice? What to say, it does, even though it's blue and white. Alright then, next team we're on to is Chelsea. That's Chelsea badge. Obviously Chelsea have not had a good season at all. I mean, how much money have they spent? They bought Enzo Fernandez for over 100 million, didn't they? And yeah, finished well below mid-table. So they're not even in Europe this season, are they? They've not had a very good season. But, you know, they did sack Thomas Tuchel quite early on, which is probably a bit of a mistake. Gave Graham Potter a 5-year contract, sacked him. I suppose you sometimes just need to stick with a manager sometimes. I mean, Thomas Tuchel won in the Champions League and they sacked him. Graham Potter has done brilliantly throughout his career at lower teams. I think give him a 5-year contract at Chelsea. Yeah, some odd decisions this season, aren't they, for Chelsea? But they have got new ownership, so I suppose it's going to take a while to learn, you know, about football, really, isn't it? Oh, dear. Pause that one sec. There we go. Crease sorted out. Ben Chilwell. Obviously, Chelsea should always be, with the squad that they've got, the money they spend should always be the higher end of the league. I mean, why they went back for Lampard when they've sacked him recently? He's been to Everton and done terribly. Just because he's Frank Lampard, yeah. One of the best players, midfielders the Premier League has seen. No one can dispute how good a player he was, but he's not been proven to be that good a manager. So why they go for him, I don't know, but they've gone for Pochettino, haven't they? So he may do quite a good job. He's a decent manager. Koulibaly. Last one was Reece James. There we go. That's not too bad, that one. I'm happy with that. Chelsea squad picture. For some reason at the minute, people have got this obsession, oh, he knows the club. Well, you know, a lot of fans know the club. They wouldn't make a good manager. Says Azpilicueta. Mark Cucurella. So yeah, any Chelsea fans, if you want to let me know in the comments how you think your season's gone. Can't think many of you are going to say, oh, that's gone alright. You know, could have gone worse. You could have been relegated. I think that's literally the only thing that could have gone worse for Chelsea. You could have gone down. Now that would be an odd, wouldn't it? Jorginho. Was it Arsenal now? N'Golo Kante. There's been rumours he might be moving to Saudi Arabia, joining Benzema and Ronaldo in the league. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Oh, I've always liked Ruben Loftus-Cheek as a player. I think he could have had a much better career than he has so far, but he's still got time. He's still young. Mason Mount, who looks like he's going to Man U. There's still time for Loftus-Cheek to have that good career, which he looked like he was going to have. Winning things, starting regularly, being a top-class midfielder. He's got all the attributes. Denis Zakaria. Skillful, powerful, fast, strong, can pass, you know, tall. I think he's a really good player. Hakim Ziyech. Maybe he just needs to go to a team a little bit lower down for a while. So he just seems to do well when he's on loan, doesn't he? I know he's done well at Palace before. Fulham. Conor Gallagher. Maybe go to one of them for a few years. And then try again at a bigger club. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Christian Pulisic. Some pictures of him with Mason Mount, isn't they? And Will Still, I think, isn't they, when he was younger at Chelsea? So, God, I think that it was with Chelsea when he was younger. Ended up at Dortmund and paid all that money for him. It was kind of like Man U with Pogba. I remember the Youth Cup final, like 2011. Man United against Sheffield United in the FA Youth Cup final. And you could tell Pogba was unbelievable. He was absolutely head and shoulders above all the players. There we go. Full Chelsea team for you, all stuck in nice and neatly. Him, Lingard, and what do you call him? I forgot his name now, but he played for us at one bit. 190. All the talent in the world, but just never seemed to work for him. Ravel Morrison, that's it. Yeah, they had a good team. I remember drew 2-2 at Bramall Lane. Harry Maguire played in the team that day. 191. I think they beat us 4-1 at Old Trafford. Yeah, over 30,000 at Bramall Lane that day in the FA Youth Cup final. After it being relegated as well, 192. That looks like Havertz. Jorginho, key player, obviously now he's at Arsenal. Key player Edouard Mendy. But yeah, as a fan, I've had a few good away days down in London. A few good stories as well that always nice to tell people. Obviously, I don't get to many away matches now. I go to all home matches for played, so I'll be going to at least 19 Premier League games next season. So Aubameyang and Kalidou Koulibaly, defensive giant, key player. There we go. Chelsea's complete. There's the team. There's obviously all the stats pictures. Now we're on to Palace. We'll start with the Palace badge. Number 197. Oh, I've still got so many more to go. Now, Palace have been in the Premier League quite a long time now, aren't they? I almost could say since they went up. What was it? 10 years they've been in now or more. Like an established team. But the problem is with Premier League, I think unless you're a top 6 team, unless you're Man U, Man City, Liverpool, Sam Johnston, that was Gaeta, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, possibly Newcastle, throw into that now. Don't think you can ever say that you're an established team. Always main objective, staying up, Joel Ward. As we've seen with Leicester, you know, champions not that long ago. Highest wage bill and most expensive squad ever to be relegated from the Premier League. Tyreek Mitchell. Just shows you, first and foremost, you need a team that can battle, that can stay up, that can win those games where they're tight, where you're going to battle and win. James Tompkins. And Palace, I've got a knack of, you know, even when it backs against the wall, they will stay up. And they accept that. I mean, Zaha always says always wants for a bigger move, and you can understand why. He's such a good player. At the same time, he's a Crystal Palace legend now, isn't he? So, is it? Do you want to go that big move? Because he's already had it once. Manchester Man U, it didn't work out. There we go. Palace squad. Number 204. And he's went on loan at Cardiff and then came back to Palace for a fraction of the fee that they actually received for him in the first place. So good business. Joachim Anderson. But now he's a Palace legend. Sometimes is that a bad thing? You know, Palace has stopped in the Premier League. All that money will eventually be improving the ground. Nathaniel Klein. Improving the academy. All the infrastructure and everything that the money brings. Can really set the club up and, you know, as one of the elites. You just make sure that Chris Richards, you stay up every season. Can show them, look, we're consistently in the Premier League. This is why you want to join us. Good fan base. So obviously they've got the ultras, haven't they? Like that kind of brought the ultras over to this country, the Palace fans. They're all loud and keep singing. Captain Luka Milivojevic. So yeah, not particularly the biggest of clubs, Michael Olise, but they've managed to stay up there, and they keep saying up there. Whether or not Roy Hodgson's going to be there or not, again, I don't know, but They're on a bad run with Vieira, so they sacked him. Ebi Eze? Ibiri Eze, or whatever people like to shorten his name to. Eberici Eze or Ibiri Eze. He's a really good player. He came through the ranks at QPR, is at Palace now. Jeffrey Schlupp, growing up being England internationally, is really good. So yeah, so blueprint clubs can look at as well, trying to be like Palace. James MacArthur. Sometimes just got to be happy to be in the Premier League, not just to let's go for Europe, let's make it better, because it can all go wrong. Will Hughes, and then you end up in tons of debt, relegated, going down the leagues, end up in administration. Check the core, like United, Sheffield United this season. We were so lucky that we went up this season because we were because of the money that we spent while we're in the Premier League. We needed to go up. Join out. If not, we'd be struggling. Luckily, we did. You can survive 2 seasons out of the Premier League struggling, well, by all means. But the only real player we sold were Aaron Ramsdale for 30 million. Wilf Zaha, like I said, the Palace legend. Obviously, you don't have to listen to my ramblings. Just stick it on mute if you like. I'm just trying to put a bit of interest, a little bit of, get some thoughts going as well. 217 for Jean-Philippe Mateta. In the video. Odsonne Edouard. Went from Celtic, didn't they? That's your full team page is complete. Now on to stats and everything. There we go. So I've got one to watch, Michael Elise. I'm creasing it away. Star signing. Check the Corey. Let me see from Watford. I can't remember now. Oh, tells you the ones. Completely wrong. It's like Zaha, yep. Wilf, 221. You know, as you can see there with the Palace ground, it does need some improvement. So the stand where the away fans sit. When I've been down to Palace before, now the away fans are there. When I've been down, we were there. 1-0. Michael Brown scored for United. Yeah, obviously it's quite an old stand with the just a box standard generic stand with the poles in it, the posts. Do a bit of improvement. Ibiri Eze, key player. Key player Vicente Gaeta. Key player Jordan Ayew. And key player Joachim Anderson. There you go, that is your Palace team complete. And now we will be going on to Everton. Fortunate to stay up again. There we go, it's Everton badge. I have to wait till the last game of the season this time. Getting Sean Dyche in after sacking Frank Lampard. I'd like to think that they would improve next season, especially when they're going into a massive stadium quite soon. Jordan Pickford. they are one of them teams. Sometimes they can have a brilliant season, be challenging for Europe, Champions League, or whatnot. Next season, relegation, battling Asmir Begovic. And like I say, that's what I mean about the, other than the top six, there's no real established teams. Yeah, Everton have managed to, they always seem to manage to stay up. James Tarkowski, and have done for such a long time now. But, and obviously I'm not just talking about Premier League, I'm talking about First Division as well. I think it was, I remember the last time they were relegated, but it was a long time ago. But they're not part of the elite. I know they won the league, Nathan Patterson, quite a few times in the 80s. And the Cup. It just seemed to be any team from Liverpool won it. We have Liverpool, Everton, Mason Holgate. But yeah, you wouldn't say they're one of the elite teams. So even though with all the money that they've spent, it doesn't seem to have been spent too wisely. So again, it's about having good recruitment. Vitaly Mikalenko. Just because you spend a lot of money doesn't mean you're going to get anything good. You need to be looking at these players, looking at the stats. That's why a lot of clubs now have got these stats teams in place, haven't they? Everton team picture, team sticker, to make sure that these players fit how they're going to play. They're not buying a dud who's not going to. Their team could be a really good player, but not be good for their team. But Godfrey, like Brentford do, they've got such a good recruitment process. Brighton, they do something similar. Seamus Coleman. I know Luton have got an analyst, because he's like saved on Twitter as Blades Analytics. So he was a Sheffield United fan. He'd go through all the analytics about XG and things like that on Sheffield United games. But then Luton hired him as part of their recruitment and looking and like scouting and things. So don't see much online from him now. Obviously he's got a full-time job from it. Connor Cody being linked with a return back to the Blades. Amadou Onana. There's a whole new way of doing things. Brentford kind of do the money ball thing, don't they, where they... Abdoulaye Doucouré. Certainly did in the lower leagues. They would buy the players that really teams in the Championship shouldn't have been buying for 2, 3 million, 4 million at a time who haven't got Premiership money. And then selling them on for 20, 25, 30 million. Alex Iwobi. And it works so well, but you've got to have such a big scouting network and recruitment team. Not a lot of teams are willing to pay for that. They'd rather pay the money for any agents' fees and player transfers just to garner gay, when really it's a false economy. You need that scouting network. Without that, you're not going to get the best reports on players when you fork out all that money for them. James Garner. Struggling with this one. Let's go up the side. There we go. Straight off. Dwight McNeil. And even then, keeping an eye on players that went on free transfer. I think Dwight McNeil was on a free. From Burnley, who's run out contract. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Another former Blade come through the Sheffield United Academy. The amount of good players in England internationals we've had come through our academy. But I think he only played like 2 or 3 times for United. Anthony Gordon. Sold him for either 1 or 2 million to Everton, and look at him now. Anthony Gordon obviously was gone to Newcastle. So that is when we were in League One and we needed to sell him. Because that meant we could buy a few more players. Damari Gray. But we knew could perform at that level. That meant we went up, and that meant we went on the amazing run we went on. We've been on these last few years. Spending 6 seasons in League One. The last 4 seasons have been 6 seasons have been 4 in the Championship, battling for promotion, and 2 in the Premier League. And just Townsend, and now we're back in the Premier League again. Sometimes it does work out alright selling the players, but it'd be nice to have him now. If he can keep injury free. And Neil Maupay. 247. There you go. That's your Everton team pictures, stickers in done. On to the second page. I've got One to Watch, Damari Gray. Again, I don't think Everton paid that much for Damari Gray. Few millions, finding him back from Germany, I think, was it? Good bit of business, because when he's on it, he's on it. Like any winger, you can't be on it all the time, otherwise you'd be a Salah or a Messi. 249, Connor Cody star signing. But when he is on it, he is such a good player. Is that Mikolenko? Oh no, it's not. I think it's one of the defenders, isn't it? 250. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll have to go back and have a look. Looks like Patterson to me. Amadou Onana. Key player Jordan Pickford. Key player Neil Maupay. Well, I don't think it's quite worked out for him at Everton, has it? But never too bad at Brighton. Obviously, always good in the Championship with Brentford. But yeah, I think he's only scored one in the league this season. And key player James Tarkowski, who has been a good signing for him in defence. Again, on a free. Not cost him nothing because I'm signing on fees and wages, but there we go. Everton team is done. That's your full team. Stickers. And that's your stats page. And then we are going on to Fulham now. So here's the Fulham badge. Fulham actually had a really good season, didn't they? So they've come up from the Championship. They've been yo-yoing a little bit, haven't they? Last few seasons, been winning the Championship, coming straight back down, coming back up, coming back down, and this time they've managed to stay up. Marek Rodek. Hopefully, got a striker like Mitrovic, doesn't he? He's absolute. he can score goals, that boy. Bernd Leno. Kenny Tete is the next one. We'll continue with the good sticking in at this side. It's looking like it. Yep. Leaving Kazawa. How many FIFA players are there? Well, not this one, but a few FIFAs ago. Go to left back. Oh, I seem to have a good special card. Toysin Adebayo. Where's a fellow collector himself? He loves collecting the cards, doesn't he? He does breaks. So I don't know if anyone's got any numbered cards of him from any of the collections. He's actually buying them. He's collecting them himself. I mean, that's exactly what I'd do. If I were a footballer, I'd be like, no, I want all my stuff. Be having a few of them at least. So I've got Tim Ream. Let's see, come on. Oh, that's not looking too good, this one. Oh, it's not too bad. I'll take that. Fulham team picture. No, I can't say I blame him at all. I know he's done some free breaks as well, hasn't he, where he's picked out like winners, which is really good, you know. As a footballer, you're not skinned. You do get a decent amount of money, don't you, per week. Some get, you know, half a week that a lot of people don't get in a year. It's nice when they acknowledge that and give something back. So I can't, but so for Toysin Adebayo, I can't fault him whatsoever. Top bloke, Issa Diop. So the last one was Kevin and Babu. There's the Diab's going in. Top last one on this side. Let's see if we can get this one in nice and lovely. Oh yes, that'll do, mate. So Anthony Robinson has a video going round of a card trick that he's done. It's a couple of minutes long. I'd say definitely watch it because I don't know how he did it, but he did. And all Fulham players are like, what? Jumping around like they do. How's he done that? Harrison Reed. Neeskins Cabano. Harry Wilson. Tom Kearney. Well, beginning of last season, now the season that Fulham won the championship, when we had Slavica Jokanovic as manager to start, we were linked with Kearney. I know he'll obviously liked him in his Fulham days, but I don't think we're going to be paying the money that we're being asked for. Andres Pereira. So he never seemed to really shine at Man U, did he? And then he's gone to Fulham. He's been really good, especially with set pieces. It just shows you sometimes when you're at a really big club, just go a few notches down and then you're like one of the star players. João Paulinho. It can really work out for you. He is, main man for Fulham, Mitrovic, Alexander Mitrovic, the big Serbian. Just knows how to score goals. Bobbitt, Dick, Reed. I think he's a decent season well, Fulham, hasn't he? Willian. Again, any FIFA players out there? Certainly a staple player in my teams over the years, Willian. Right. Daniel James. You're fast and can score goals. You're an expensive player on the game in Premier League. And Carlos Vinicius is the last sticker of the team. There you go, that's the full team page. Onto the stats one. So we've got 6 stickers left. So want to watch Willian. Star signing Andreas Pereira. That might be Harrison Reed. Celebrating a goal there. João Paulinho, a key player. Bernd Leno, key player. Alexander Mitrovic, key player. And is it Adrabayo? Yep. And Toisin Adrabayo, key player. There we go. That's the Fulham team. That's your full team of players. And then yeah, stats page as well. So now we're on to Leicester. Leeds. Leeds even. Relegated Leeds. Now this is the Leeds badge. Obviously they won't be in the sticker albums or any collections next season. So they're in the Championship. Last time it took them 16 years to get back and had a little stint in League One. So I'm sure they'll be hoping to come straight back up this time. But it's very much different this time, isn't it? That the gap the difference with the players and the money and stuff now is unbelievable. So 25 is Ilhan Meslier. It also means if you don't come back up in them first 2 seasons, especially if you've already been up there for 1 season, you're in some financial trouble. Christopher Clarkson. Even if you've been up more than 1 season, you get 3 season parachute payments. The 3rd season's not that much. Luke Haaland. So ideally you need to be straight back up or the 2nd season. Which fortunately United did. Otherwise you're struggling. The fact that you're in debt, club's in trouble. Junior Firpo. Unless you've managed to get some decent assets and you can sell them to balance the books and you start again. Robin Koch. Well enough, I've been pulled up on saying his name, which is why I said Koch. Liam Cooper, the captain. He's good mates with Billy Sharp. Plays captain who's just been released by United. Absolute Blades legend. Team picture for Leeds. I wonder if Panini have still got loads of his autographs to stick on stickers and put it on like a legend one. They usually do. Alright, Diego Llorente. Stuart Dallas. Pascal Struijk. Rasmus Christensen. Adam Forshaw. Yeah, I think there's a lot of clubs that have rivalries with Leeds, isn't there? I've found, I know, obviously, as a Sheffield United fan, we've got a rivalry with them. I think it's one of the ones they take a little bit more seriously as well. There's some that they're not that too bothered about. But yeah, they've got big rivalries against the Sheffield clubs. That's Brendan Aronson. The biggest rivalry, obviously, is Man United. Now, they do not like each other, and that is an intimidating place to be when they play each other. Having happened to be at Ellen Road when Manchester United have been there for work. And that is a nasty match. Even that one I've been to Ellen Road. Yeah, it's a good atmosphere. I've seen Sheffield United win there 4-0. As you can imagine, the Leeds fans weren't too happy. In general, like with all fans, it's generally all right. It's just banter and things. There's always a section of some fans, unfortunately. Tyler Adams. That was Jack Harrison, that one. And Mark Rocha. Or Rocha before that. But yeah, the time I went was 2004, I'd like to say, or 2003. And because they kept the Sheffield United fans in, because they only gave 1,700 tickets. It's Louis Sinistera. Kept us in for about half an hour. And during that time, all the Leeds fans had lined the routes that all the buses had put were going with what they put on Matthias Klitsch. I was kind of forced by the police to get on a bus, even though my car was parked in Headingley, which took you to the train station, Patrick Bamford, and then almost forced to get on a train until I found an inspector for West Yorkshire Police and explained that my car was parked in Headingley. And luckily they let me go and didn't make me get on a train back to Sheffield because, I come in my car. Rodrigo Moreno. Joe Gelhardt. There you go. There's your full team stickers. On to the next page. So one to watch is Tyler Adams. Will be interesting how all the relegated teams get on in the Championship, because I've got to say, looking at the lineup in the Championship this season, it's one of the strongest it's been in a very, very long time. And I am glad Sheffield United got promoted when we did, because I would not liking trying to get out of the Championship this season. I'm very pleased we've gone up when we have. I'm not going to try and get out of that league, because I mean Leeds, Southampton, Leicester, you would imagine are going to be up there as the favourites. We just come back down, which is always the case. Looks like Christopherson, I think. Not sure. At 308. So the star signing there was Brendan Aronson. The shiny sticker. Key player Jack Harrison. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the Championship pans out this year. It'd be interesting to see as well if all the promoter clubs to the Premier League stay up this season, because obviously the season what's just happened, this is Ilya Meslier, key player. Every single club stayed up, and I can't remember the last time that happened. All three. Obviously, I'm hoping it happens again this season, because then we'll be staying up. Patrick Bamford, key player. But yeah, it's such a difficult league, the Premier League. I think we certainly play better with fans there. I think COVID affected us last time we were in the Premier League. Like before COVID finished, I think we were 5th or 6th. I think it was 5th, like in the Champions League positions. And then the season after, key player Robin Koch, we were relegated with 23 or 24 points, which is obviously not that good. But there you go. Leeds done. There's your stats pages and stuff for you. Action shop stickers, and there's your full team set stickers. And then I think we're on to the elite players. Yeah, there we go. On to the elite stickers. So let's get started sticking these in. So I'll just put the elite stickers a little bit closer. You can't really see them that well. I'll put them there. So we'll start with the first one. It's Philip Billing for Bournemouth. Number 313. Let's see how good I can get these in. Obviously, it's all about the cuts as well with them, isn't it? Next one is Martin Odegaard, 314. Gotta say, you know what? The last 2 seasons for the Premier League, last 3 even, the elite stickers have been like gold, haven't they? You know what? I'm liking these. Like the black and silver, they really stand out, don't they? Last seasons were nice as well, with like embossed, weren't they? Oh, no, we don't, are we? Ollie Watkins. Ivan Toney. But yeah, I'm liking these. Obviously, you've got the parallels as well, haven't you? I only managed to get, which is one of my earlier videos where I did the 120 pack opening. I got like the green neon. This is Pascal Gross, Anthony, and an orange Harry Kane and James Ward-Prowse. They're the only parallels I got. Reece James. I've seen people obviously that it's just an extra added thing to the collection, isn't it? And they're collecting all the parallels as well. I'm not that bothered. I'm just happy to fill my book. If I'd have got Haaland one, I would have been pleased and probably kept it in my personal collection. It's got all my other Haaland stuff that I've got. Anthony Gordon, before that was Zaha. But yeah, other than that, I like the World Cup ones as well. Maybe if you've got a Messi or Ronaldo one, you might have kept it, but even then, it's sold for a lot of money. So I suppose you've got a decision you've got to make, isn't it? Right, so on to Fulham, Alexander Mitrovic. Leeds, Rodrigo Moreno. Leicester, James Maddison. Be interested to see where he's going to go. I know there were rumours for Newcastle last season at some point, weren't they? But where's he going to go? So I can't see he's going to stay in the Championship. He's too good a player. Luis Diaz, Liverpool. Main man, Erling Haaland. Manchester City. Anthony. For Manchester United. Got Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle. We've got Jesse Lingard for Forest. It's a shame they put him as the key player because he's not really been a key player at all for Forest this season, has he? In fact, he's been released after one season by them. Wonder where he's going to go to. On Southampton and James Ward-Prowse. Number 329, yep, definitely making sure it's the right one. Tottenham and Harry Kane. West Ham with Declan Rice, who was the chairman after winning the Europa Conference League last night. It's his last game for the club. Be interested to see where he goes. He's a good player, isn't he? Especially for England, he has been, and for West Ham. And last elite sticker is Jose Sa for Wolves. There you go. That is all the elite stickers in the album. Away from Bournemouth all the way down to Wolves. And then we're on to the Legends and the Rising Stars. So we've got Legend Dennis Bergkamp. So Bergkamp gets sent off as well when we played Arsenal at Highbury away in the Cup. I think he slapped one of the United players. I can't remember who he slapped. We drew 1-1 at Highbury when we were in the Championship and they were doing well. Didier Drogba just beat us on penalties at Bramall Lane. And Paul Scholes, and our keeper that night, Paddy Kenny, unfortunately got injured in extra time, which meant all the Arsenal players knew they had to just hit it to his right, because he couldn't dive that way. And that's why they won. Paul Scholes as well. That's the Legend sticker stuck in. Pretty good job there, if I do say so myself. And then onto the Rising Stars. So we've got Julio Enciso for Brighton. Wilfred Gnonto for Leeds. And lastly on the Rising Stars is Samuel Edozie for Southampton. Two of those, if they stay at the club, will be in the Championship next season. With Leeds and Southampton getting relegated. And now we're on to the season so far stickers. We've got 339. Crystal Palace against Arsenal, which was 2-0 to Arsenal. With Martinelli scoring. Brentford beating Manchester United 4-0. These have some heavy defeats, didn't they, this season, Man U? Absolutely stonking defeats. So I'll just crease a tiny bit. Right, there we go. It's not now. Then on to Forest beating West Ham 1-0. Dean Henderson there. Another one. Right. Ex-Blade player on loan. Did really good for us for 2 seasons, and it's a shame. Probably won't have the chance to sign him, so won't be able to afford him. But at the same time, we have got League One Wes Foderingham, so it's not all as not bad. These stickers seem to be killing up a bit. Yeah, if you make an error with a sticker, do it straight away. It's like Jack Harrison, isn't it? It's going against Leeds. Or Brendan Aronson even. For Leeds against Chelsea even. It's much easier if you not stuck the whole sticker down as well. You can peel it off. 343 is Luis Diaz. If you leave them for any length of time, you ain't getting them off without ripping the page. So just be mindful of that one. 344 is Wolves and Newcastle join 1-1. Looks like Alan St. Maximin. Harry Kane. 345, where Tottenham beat Fulham 2-1. And the last one, looks like Erling Haaland, doesn't it, for Man City away at Wolves with a 3-0 win. And then I think we're on to the Leicester team. Yep. Right, there we go. On to Leicester City. We'll start with the badge again. So obviously, Leicester have been relegated, haven't they, this season? So they'll be in the Championship for the first time in about 8 or 9 years, I think. And obviously, they won the league not long ago. Like 2017, they won the league. 2016. As you can see, they obviously are the winners of the Premier League, and the albums have got that up there. I'll show you the won one. A lot of it is they got rid of Schmeichel, didn't they? And tried to go with Danny Ward and Daniel Everson, and they've just not been as good. And sometimes just having a good keeper can be the difference between going down and staying up. I think a lot of it, they've got the players for, how can I put it, better football. For a team that were better up the table and not a relegation fight. James Justin. So yeah, certainly I think they could have done with more battling players. Because you can't deny they didn't have a good team. They've got a really good team, Leicester. Without face. But was it good enough? Well, clearly then it wasn't good enough to fight relegation. Kagar Soyuncu. Ryan Bertrand, who one of the shock starters in the first time that Chelsea won the Champions League, weren't they? He started in the final. Di Matteo started him. I think no one would expect it, really, were they? Leicester team picture. Please out, at least I'm a lot more than halfway through. Even with the transfer updates, I've brought Backer it definitely. Captain Johnny Evans. Even nice, will be a decent defender for any Premier League teams. Certainly in the bottom half. Daniel Amati, I think he's been released as well, hasn't he? I think he's run out of contract, so he'd be another decent player. A lot of Leicester players would be decent for a lot of teams. I still can't believe they went down. Timothy Castagna. back for Belgium, isn't he? Luke Thomas. I think he made his debut against the Blades. One of the first games afterwards sacked Chris Wilder when Leicester beat us 5-0. That's his heaviest ever defeat in the actual Premier League. Harvey Barnes. But you know, we did beat Tottenham 6-0 in the first season of the Premier League, so at least his biggest win were better than his heaviest defeat. Yuri Tielemans. I say with Tottenham as well. James Madison. Kevin Dewsbury Hall. Kieran Dewsbury Hall, in fact. Kevin. So the K and said Kevin. So Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Wilfred Ndidi. Boubacar Samare. Jamie Vardy. Still got a record for most consecutive goals, hasn't he, in games? Is it 11 he scored? Or 12? 12 consecutive games. Wednesday fan anyway. Always scores against us. It won't be this season, hopefully. Kelechi Iheanacho. Another good players. There's so many good players, aren't there? Jose Perez. And the last one of the team stickers is Patson Daka, who was in the same team as Erling Haaland when they were at Salzburg. He was like talked about in the same breath as well. Him, Haaland, and Szoboszlai. There we go. That's your team page done. Now on to the stats page. So we've got one to watch. Kiernan, Dewsbury Hall. What a good start. 20 accurate long balls. What? Why is that on? Why is that a start? I could kick the ball long. Star signing Wout Face. Oops, too many there. I think that's Iheanacho scoring. Looks like at Brighton. Yuri Tielemans, key player. Danny Ward, key player. I think he'll do well again now they're in the Championship. Just don't quite think he's up to Premier League standard, but that's probably because it's been like a second string keeper for so long. He did really well for Huddersfield the season they came up. Patson Daka, key player. And James Justin, key player. And there we go, that's Leicester. That's your stats page. That's your team page. So now we're going on to Liverpool. Some big players for Liverpool, aren't we? So I'll start with the badge. Alisson. Adrian. Joe Gomez. I've got his full name on here, Joseph Gomez. Alright, that one. Virgil van Dijk. Ibrahima Konate. Konstantinos Tsimikas. We'll be joined by another Greek fullback in the Premier League this season with George Baldock. On the Blades, he's their right back now. The Liverpool team. Right, I want to get this lined up. There we go. Andrew Robertson. I think it's one of the main parts of the whole defence. Last time they got relegated from the Premier League was Harry Maguire and Andrew Robertson. Look at where they are now. 385 is Trent Alexander-Arnold. One of the best attacking right backs in the world. Fabinho. His passing is unbelievable, isn't it, Trent? I think we need to find someone maybe a bit further forward for him because his passing by far outweighs his defending, his attacking prowess. Thiago Alcantara. Evergreen James Milner, who's left Liverpool now, hasn't he? Talking win back to Leeds, haven't they? Naby Keita. Jordan Henderson. Captain as well. Harvey Elliott. I'll call him Harvey Barnes this time. The amount of class players here for Liverpool. Fabio Carvalho. Roberto Firmino. Mohamed Salah. Diogo Jota. Like I say, if you stick it back down, like I say, if you do get a crease and stick it down, do not stick it all down. It's much easier to get off if there's a little bit lifted off the page like that one, luckily. Move that back up. Luis Diaz. So not going to have Firmino from next season, are they? He's gone. And Darwin Núñez. There we go, that's your Liverpool team page complete. On to the stats. 398, Harvey Elliott. Star signing, Darwin Núñez. So keep play at star signing even, Darwin Núñez. Looks like Carvalho. $400. Definitely feel like I brought the back of it now. I've done 400. Oh, so Andrew Robertson, key player. Key player Alisson. Key player Thiago Alcantara. And last but not least, get this one stuck in, Mohamed Salah, key player. And there we go. That's Liverpool completed. There's your stats page and your team page. And now it's on to Manchester City. Man City, the league winners, cup winners. Will they be the treble winners? We'll find out on Saturday. So, on to the champions. Start with the badge. Once again, Man City have won the league. It's 3 times in a row now, so that'll be on 7. In the next album. I think certainly favourites to win the treble, aren't they now? They're playing in Inter Milan tomorrow. I can't see anything other than a City win, to be honest. I think it'll be too good for Inter Milan now. I don't think Inter Milan will make it easy. They're not make it an open game. So first keeper is Stefan Ortega, and now obviously 6 seconds to get is Edison. So I don't think Inter are going to make it easy for them, but I still think that they'll win the treble and emulate Manchester United's record. Kyle Walker, there we go. Played himself. Started his career off at Sheffield United. Kyle played about, I think, 5 games before we sold him to Tottenham. 3 million. 3 million we sold him for. Ruben Diaz. He looked such a good player. We sold him for 3 million. Tottenham loaned him back to us. He was having a cracking season, so then they recalled him to play him for 2 games, and that was it. John Stones, and loaning him back out to QPR, but look at the player he is now. Probably best right backs in the world. He's so fast as well. Like I said, he just wants to spend his career at Sheffield United, so you never know. Nathan Ake. Yeah, I think he's definitely going to be adding a Champions League winning medal to his haul. I can't see anything other than a Man City win. Best bit form Gundogan's in his Man City team picture. Gundogan's in bloody good form. So is De Bruyne. Haaland's hitting a barren patch at minute. I mean, he's still scored 50 goals, hasn't he? But there's 1 in 7 he's got now. João Cancelo. So he might never know he won't. Might have been saving himself for the Champions League final. John Stones. Sergio Gomez. Man City fans, let me know in the comments. Manuel Akanji, if you're going to think you're going to do the treble. I mean, for this back time, this is out. We'll know the answer to that anyway. But how do you think you'll do next season? Do you think you'll emulate? Do you think you'll get all 4? Or do you think it's going to be one-off? Do you think someone will... Calvin Phillips? Do you think someone's going to challenge you for the title? Ilkay Gundogan. Do you think Gundogan's going to sign a new contract? So is he going to go to Real Madrid? Well, that's the talk, isn't it? Going there. They've just signed Bellingham, haven't they? So it'd be interesting to see what our next season pans out. Jack Grealish. I'll take a point from you now. Fair play, I'll definitely get 1 point from you, I'll be happy. Rodrigo. Although he never battered us. Apart from the FA Cup semi-final. He beat us 3-0. Stopped Haaland scoring, but Mahrez got a hat-trick instead, didn't he? Kevin De Bruyne. Hopefully he'll loan us James McAtee again as well and sell us Tommy Doyle. Bernardo Silva. Phil Foden. Main man himself, Erling Haaland. Can he beat his total next season? Can he get the 40? Not just the 36. Interesting to see. Can keep injury free. Julian Alvarez. I mean, he scored 18 as well, hasn't he? No one has talked about him that much. Riyad Mahrez. So this is the last sticker for the team pages. There we go. That's all the player stickers stuck in on the team pages for Man City. Onto the stats page. So we've got one to watch. Julian Alvarez. Star signing Erling Haaland. Jack Grealish celebrating a goal. So I'm going to say that's against Wolves. Since it's got Wolves players in it. Key player João Cancelo, who's now gone, is at Bayern Munich. Might be coming back. Key player Ederson. He's a good goal into in Brazil, are spoiled for choice, aren't they? Goalkeepers either Ederson or Alisson. Key player Phil Foden. He can only make the bench at minute. That's why he got injured. I think Grealish has spent at that place, hasn't he? And key player Kevin De Bruyne. There you go, that's Man City team complete. That's the stats page just with the special stickers. And there is your full team page. All nice and neatly stuck in. And on to your big rivals, Manchester United. Now, when I was growing up, we just basically won the league all the time. In Premier League, we got 13 titles, but most of them were in first like 20 years, weren't they? We've not won it in 10 years now, starting with a badge. Keeper David De Gea. Yeah, obviously they're not actually won the league now, is it? Yeah, it's got to be 10 years. In Fergie's last season. Since then, really struggled. Tom Heaton, like as if Fergie could see what was going to happen. I'm like, okay, won't leave this season. I am retiring. This ain't getting any better. And off he went. Victor Lindelof. Obviously, at some point, Man U are going to win the league again. Too big a club to not do. It's just finding that right balance. Getting the right players in the right positions for the right. To play the right way. Captain Harry Maguire. I mean, Harry Maguire gets a lot of stick from Man United fans, but never puts a foot wrong for England. And he was a bloody good defender for Sheffield United. He's only got better. I'd take him back in a heartbeat. Lisandro Martinez. Tyrell Malaysia. Man United team picture. Rafael Varane. Diogo Dalot. Oh, stuck that in lovely. There's the Luke Shaw. Number 444. Luke Shaw. Like reached the pinnacle of his career when he smashed that volley in against Italy Euro 2020 final, didn't he? Unfortunately, we couldn't hang on. Lost on penalties as usual. Bruno Fernandes, or for all the FIFA players out there, Bruno Fernandes. Christian Eriksen. Fred. Casemiro. Scott McTominay. Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, with the printing deadlines and everything, you know, he'd already left, hadn't he? On the World Cup time, but the printing deadlines, he'd already in the album. Anthony Martial. Marcus Rashford. He's had a bloody good season. Can be said, definitely. Anthony. Jadon Sancho. And lastly, the player pictures is Anthony Elanga. That's your team. None the player stickers done. Now to the stats page. So we've got one to watch to Revelation. Star signing Christian Eriksen. Marcus Rashford celebrating a goal. Key player Bruno Fernandes. Got it. Key player David De Gea. Key player Cristiano Ronaldo. And key player Lisandro Martinez. Oops. And there we go. That's all the stickers sticking on the stats page. And full team, all the players. And now we're on to Newcastle, the new rich boys in town. Next few years, they could be the new Man City. So I'll start with the Newcastle badge. So yeah, let me know where you think Newcastle will finish next season. I think they'll buy some more world-class players. I know they've had Isak, haven't they, at the minute? I mean, won't put him in the world-class bracket, but he's helped them finish in the top 4. And obviously they've got a new sponsorship deal, which I imagine is going to bring them quite a bit of money in from their Saudi owners. Do you think they'll be the new Man City? So that was Nick Pope and Carl Darlow. Kieran Trippier. Definitely a good signing from it all. Back in the last season, weren't it? They signed him in January transfer window. It'd be better to do it at Spurs. Sven Botman. Been one of the best defenders in the league. He's had a good couple of transfer windows, haven't they? I actually haven't spent that much. I'm sure that'll change. Fabian Schär. Jamal Lascelles, captain. Lovely. Newcastle team picture. Matt Target. Dan Burn. Absolute giant of a defender. Joe Linton, who's gone from being a not very good striker to a very, very good midfielder. John Joe Shelby is now at Forest. Ryan Fraser, who anyhow throws out. Don't forget what he did to him at Bournemouth. And he's not played. Jacob Murphy. He's come on a lot, hasn't he, over the last few years. A few loans in Championship and now he's doing really well for Newcastle. Miguel Almiron. Another good player. Really good player, in fact. Paraguayan. Joe Willock. Oh, again. Another good young player. He's not hit the heights he did when he came to him during lockdown. So let's send over to him. Sean Longstaff. Bruno Guimaraes. Callum Wilson. Can't wait to break the 500 mark as well, so now I'm on home stretch then. 484 after this page. Alan St Maximin, Newcastle favourite, isn't he? Ridiculous skills as well. Alexander Isak. Chris Wood. Oh, not sure whether he's on loan or signed for Forest. Where is that Forest at the minute? There you go, that's your full Newcastle team page. Okay. And then on to the Newcastle stats page. So we've got one to watch, Kieran Trippier. Star signing, Alexander Isak. Miguel Almiron and Robbins. Wilson, sorry, celebrating a goal. Leeds United, a player called Callum Robinson. So I'm just calling him Callum Robinson instead of Callum Wilson. Key player Joe Linton. Key player Nick Pope. We mentioned switching from a striker to a midfielder there. Stuck that in well, that one. Callum Wilson, key player. And Fabian Schär, key player. There you go, that's the stats page, all the special stickers. And that's team page complete for Newcastle. Now we go on to Forest. Start with the badge, which can't really see it like can this angle, but it's not the best. The white badge on the silver background, is it? Dean Henderson. Looks like he might sign permanently for Forest. Rumours to be believed. It's a shame, I'd love him back at United. Although I've got League One ways. Wait a minute. Captain Joe Warren. Yeah, I think one of the main reasons Forest stayed up has got to be Morgan Gibbs-White. It must be one of the signings of the season. I don't know what Wolves were playing at. Selling him, obviously, on loan at Sheffield United last season. He was a bloody good player. Nico Williams. He's just gone on to Forest. He's done the same in Premier League, really. He is certainly a future England international. He's a very good playmaker. Looks an haircut here. And when he finally irons that out with his when to do his tricks and when not, he could even end up at one of the top teams. As I've said before, if you get notice any creases or bubbles when you stick a sticker in, don't stick it fully in. You can pull it away and put it back on with ease if there's a little gap. Serge Aurier, stick it fully in. It's very hard to sort it out. Forest team picture. Scott McKenna. Number 500, so 500 down. It's about another 170 score with transfer updates. Was it 185 or something like that? Omar Richards. Beautifully stuck in that one on that edge. Willy Bolly. Signed in from Wolves. Raul Mangala. In pre-season last season, Forest must have signed about 30 players. In fact, that's part of the season. It must have signed about 30 players. Jack Colback. Just a ridiculous amount. Morgan Gibbs White. I'm trying to get all them players to gel. I imagine they'll be having a big fire sale in summer. I know Jesse Lingard's been released. I mean, Morgan Gibbs White won't be. He's such a very good player. Jesse Lingard. Lewis O'Brien. Only been linked with a move to Sheffield United. Let's see if that materialises. Jeku Kiarte. Ryan Yates. Remo Fuller even. Taibo Awanye. So it came good towards the end of the season, smashed in all them goals, so I'll keep Forest up. Brennan Johnson. Oh, happens to be David Johnson's son. Sky never mentioned that. Emmanuel Dennis. There you go, that's your full team player stickers. Now onto the stats page, so we've got one to watch, Emmanuel Dennis. And then there isn't really one to watch for Forest. I don't think he played that much. Star signing, obviously Morgan Gibbs White. Has been, like I say, it has been a really good signing from Anthony. Certainly one of the reasons why they stayed up. Him and Awanye, I would say. Forest players celebrating a goal, looks like Brennan Johnson. Key player Jeku Kiarte. Yes. Key player Dean Henderson. Key player Taiwo Awanye. And key player Nico Williams. A nasty injury towards the end of the season where he busted cheekbone in his nose. And there we go. That's the stats page. Complete for Forest. And again, that's the team page. Now on to Southampton. Relegated Southampton. Interesting to see if they come straight back up or do what they did last time. They spent quite a few seasons in Championship and went down to League One. I think they came up at the first time we're asking though, didn't they? I thought up first or second season. Alex McCarthy. They had Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, didn't they? Played for a full season. They sold him for about 15 million to Arsenal. Gavin Bazunu. Look around, keeper with the loans. Portsmouth, didn't they? Supposed to be big rivals with Portsmouth, but yet loaned to a keeper. Kyle Walker-Peters. Oh, was it Spurs at the same time as Kyle Walker? What chance of that? That you're going to have someone here with the same name. You just got an X1 on end. Lion Q. Duje Kletkar. Wide that one. Roman Perrault. Southampton team sticker. Valentino Livramento. Mohamed Salisu. Armel Bella Kachop. Or Kochop. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Obviously, what I'm going to say is with the back ones, I want to know what people do with sticker packings. It's got information on it about the player on the back. Do people keep them? Do people bin them? Let me know what you do with them. Obviously, there's not really much to say about Southampton's season, is they weren't that good and they went down, finishing bottom. Joe Rebo. They did beat Man City in Cup though. I just think the manager that stopped, James Ward-Prowse, sorry, captain, the manager that stopped Pep doing the quadruple was Nathan Jones. Can you believe that, Southampton fans? Nathan Jones stopped Pep getting the quadruple. Stuart Armstrong. Moussa Djenepo. God, it was now scored that ridiculous goal against them about 30 yards out of the top corner. I want to say Aribo, but that's because I remember he scored a brilliant goal at the beginning of the season, taking on Moors at the team. Mohamed Awanisi. Ibrahim Jallo. Romeo Lavia. Adam Armstrong. Che Adams. And lastly, Sekou Mara. So there you go. That's your Southampton team stickers, play stickers. And so we like the stats page. So I've got Romeo Lavia, one to watch. Star signing, Armel Bella Kochap. saw the star signing stickers. Got the big picture of the players there as well. It's like Adam Armstrong's about to go. James Ward-Prowse running behind him. Joe Rebo, key player. Kevin Bazunu, key player. Jay Adams, key player. And lastly, Kyle Walker-Peters, key player. I wonder if they'll have this again next season with the key players. I'll have something different. I like to think they'll have something different. They used to change it every year. Like I say, every year I do believe it has got better. There we go. That's full Southampton team. Obviously, it won't be in it next season. So soak it up now while you can. There's your full team. There's your stats page. And who knows, you might be back just after 1 year. So now we're on to Tottenham. There you go, the Tottenham badge. Sticker number 550. Nearly there. Captain Hugo Lloris. Obviously, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Spurs this season. They've got Ange Postecoglou, Celtic manager, as your new manager now. More than likely, probably won't have Harry Kane. Fraser Forster. And say he's got 30 goals in Spurs team. I imagine how many you get in Man City team. Matt Doherty. That's not the best. Davison Sanchez. Like I say, sometimes with the cuts, you go in with the cut at the bottom. And it's not always been cut very straight. Emerson Royal. So you win off a little bit. Well, it looks like I've just not stuck that one in straight. Emerson Royal. Going in. Eric Dyer. I'm doing this one better. That's better. Tottenham team picture, team sticker. Now, as many people have pointed out, and I've laughed and joked along, it is a good job I don't do a pedicure channel. The best of nails, Christian Romero. That's because I bite them. So I need to stop doing. And use hand cream I need to do. Ryan Sessegnon. Let me get this right. There we go. Lovely. Ben Davis. There's not much to say about Tottenham season, is there? Look like one bit. Possible Champions League qualification. All went wrong. Antonio Conte was sacked. Clement Longley. He did beat Man City in league. But then not even finishing European places or won a trophy. Oliver Skip. Well, it looks like Harry Kane could go as well. So it'd be an interesting season for Spurs. I mean, Ange Postecoglou was a good manager. Certainly done well for Celtic. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Need to see if you can turn you around, or is it just a poison chalice at Spurs? Ivan Perisic, because Mourinho's not managed to do it. Conte has not managed to do it. Who can do it? Dejan Kulusevski. Lucas Moura, who's now left on a free ante. Brought him on for the last few minutes. When he played Leeds away last game of the season, he scored that worldie, taking all off at Leeds team. Rodrigo Bentancur. Let's get one of his auto cards in one of my Match Attax openings. If you want to check out that video. And the Match Attax Extra, managed to get him as an auto. Genuine one. Yves Bissouma. I won one of the tins. It's like 1 in 800 and something tins to get one as well, so I did quite well. Son Heung-min, or Heung-min's son. Depends how they write it down. Richarlison. And last but not least, Harry Kane. There you go, that's your full team stickers there for Spurs. On to the stats page. So we have What to Watch, Dejan Kulusevski. Star signing, Richarlison. Not been that much a star signing, has he? He's not lived up to it. But amazing at World Cup, and that goal he scored. A couple of touches and then like a swivel scissor kick. Unbelievable. It's not nice to it for Spurs, has he? Eric Dyer celebrating a goal. Key player, Ivan Perisic. Key player, Hugo Lloris. Be interesting to see who Spurs gets a new keeper as well, because Lloris has left, hasn't he? Although he was starting to make a lot of errors, weren't he? Son Heung-min. And Christian Romero, key player. There you go, there's your stats page complete. One last look at your team. And then on to one of your rivals, West Ham. Who, a couple of days ago, won the Europa Conference League. West Ham badge. First European trophy in what, 50 odd years? Yeah, still not won as many trophies as Sheffield United. Obviously more European ones. Lucas Fabianski. Yeah, I think what Europa Conference League has done, especially with West Ham winning it, Alfonso Areola, it's just given normal teams that hope, hasn't it, that, you know what, you could have a good season, qualify for the Conference League, which is a bit like old Cup Winners' Cup. You know what, you could get to the final, you could win it. Ben Johnson, I mean, I'd love to have been in West Ham away, and if that were, obviously, if that were blazed with them limbs that were going on when that, when he scored a penalty as well, but when Jared Bowen went through, 90th minute, slotted that one home. And Cresswell, even Moisey were on pitch, weren't they? Celebrating. Kurt Zouma, smiling like a Cheshire cat. Vladimir Kufal. West Ham team picture. Now, I've not been to London Stadium for a match. It goes to an Olympics one either, so I can't really comment on it. It's a massive stadium. Whether it's for football or not, I don't know, but I went to Boleyn Ground. Now that had a quiet atmosphere and intimidating down that chicken run. That's where I was sat near to in the away end. I went, I think 2004, or 2005. Angelo Agbonner, Craig Dawson before that. FA Cup 4th round, I think. When Jagielka equalised, it went to a replay at Bramall Lane, and we won on penalties. And that when West Ham won championship. Tilo Kehrer, yeah, Teddy Sheringham up front, was still banging him in. Naif Agard. Emerson Palmieri, first player in history to win all 5 European trophies as an offer. Won Euro 2020, Champions League, Europa League, Elves, Europa Conference League, I think, Super Cup as well. Lucas Paqueta, or Paqueta, as commentators were saying on BT the other night, final. Let me know which one it is. Is it Mawar said it or they said it? Maxwell Cornet. Thomas Souček. Captain Declan Rice, who club have said he is going to be leaving. They've had an agreement with him, haven't they? So if he could go end of this season. I mean, what else can he do? He's won a European competition with you as captain. Gianluca Scamacca, I would imagine he'll be going with your blessing. Obviously, they want him to stay, but you know, he's won a European trophy. West Ham captains do that with Bobby Moore. Michael Antonio. Spore of your winning goal, Jared Bowen. I made Danny Dyer jealous of his daughter, Danny Dyer. And Said Benrahma. There you go, that's your West Ham team page. Now it's on to the stats page. So one to watch, Gianluca Scamacca. I tell with big picture there that your star signings will be Lucas Paqueta or Paqueta. Yep, star signing Lucas Paqueta. Thomas Souček celebrating a goal there. Well, different things could have been if key player Declan Rice. In our first season back in the Premier League, we signed Sander Berg, but we could have also signed Thomas Souček instead. I wonder how things would have been different. So if West Ham had signed Sander Berg and we'd have signed Souček. Key player Lucas Fabianski. And don't get me wrong, love Sander Berg. He's a bloody good player. But would it have been? Would things have been different? Mikel Antonio, key player. And Tilo Kehrer, key player. There you go, that's your West Ham page is complete. I said earlier on in the video as well, getting quicker, about 7 minutes each team now. So now we're on to Wolves, that's the last team. There's the Wolves badge. Last team before I go into transfer updates. Jose Sa. I seem to find a brilliant Portuguese keeper, don't they, Wolves? Well, since they've gone back to the Premier League, they'd have Rui Patricio and went to Roma, I think. Matija Sarkic. Ryan Nyori. Oh, I that in lovely. Nathan Collins. Yes, and Mosquera. Obviously they've got the manager. It's not up to date. Is it Julian Lopetegui? No. She weren't doing very well at the beginning of the season. Johnny Otto. Looked like Wolves were going to go down at one bit, but then got the new manager and not looked back. Comfortable mid-table finish. Team picture. Yeah, I was wondering how much longer it can last at Wolves. Obviously, Lado's gone. I've got his name now. Nelson Semedo, but obviously he's not been the same since he had his skull shattered at Arsenal, has he? Nelson Semedo. Max Kilman. Boubacar Traore. Jimenez. Wait, it come to me. Raul Jimenez. Could not remember the name for the life of me. He would have gone for a lot of money at one bit, wouldn't he? He was smashing him in. Ruben Neves, I think you bought him for 30 million, weren't it? Captain Ruben Neves. I mean, odd links with him to Man United, haven't they? He's a good, solid midfielder. Scored some great goals when in Championship. Did he miss a penalty though, probably? Matheus Nunes. It's definitely Portugal heavy though, isn't it? The Wolves team. Jan Moutinho. George Mendes, the Portuguese super agent. Had a lot to do with Wolves, hasn't he? Pedro Neto. Can't pick him up now. Raul Jimenez. Daniel Podence. Hwang Hee-chan. He was the other one, weren't he, at Salzburg at the time with Haaland, Szoboszlai and Daka. This is Goncalo Guedes. was one of the really good young players that they got. He was also tipped, weren't it, one bit to be a really good player. I remember having him on Football Manager one of seasons. Amazing. Sasha Kaladzic, I think, got injured, didn't he, quite early on for Wolves. And they had to go back out and sign another striker. Diego Costa. Last but not least, Adama Traore. One of the world's fastest footballers. And there you go. That is your Wolves team. That's full team player stickers. Last normal page then in the album. So we've got Want to Watch, Diego Costa. You can already see which star signing is going to be. Star signing, Mateus Nunes. Wolves player celebrating a goal. Ruben Neves, key player. Jose Saf, key player. Pedro Neto, key player. And last but not least, the normal stickers in the album, Nathan Collins, key player. There we go, that's the full Wolves team and the full normal album complete. One last look at your team player stickers. This is your stats page with your special stickers. And now on to the transfer updates. Now, as I said to you before, absolutely make sure while these are still available, you get them. Because if you don't, they will sell out and you're paying at least double if you're lucky. So get them while you can, don't leave it. So first one, number 1, the updates is Ilya Zabani, Bournemouth. Number 2 is Hamad Traore, number 3 is Dango Ouattara. If I can, there we go, got it. And number 4 is Antoine Semenyo. Number 5 is Jacob Kiwaya. Number 6, Jorginho. Number 7, Leandro Trossard. Number 8, Alex Moreno. Number 9, Kevin Shardy, Brentford. Some teams have got multiple signings, I've only got one. So Villa and Brentford, just the one. Number 10, Brighton is Facundo Buonanotte. Evan Ferguson, number 11. Benoit Badiashile, number 12 for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez, for Chelsea. 105 million, 104 million they paid for him. Ricardo Mudryk, 80 odd million for him. So it has to spend a lot of money. Joao Felix was only on loan. Noni Madueke, number 16. Naru Amada for Palace, number 17. Albert Sambi-Lokonga, I think he was on loan from Arsenal. Ellis Sims for Everton, who was on loan at Sunderland and they recalled him, so we haven't him in good form. Sasha Lukic, a normal Serbian player for Bolton called Sasha Čerčić, weren't there as well? Maximilian Woba for Leeds. Preston McKenna. Didn't really live up to the hype, did he? Signing from Juventus. Jorginho Rutter. McKenna was only on loan, I think, right? So he'll be going back. Harry Suter, Leicester. Now, last page of stickers. So we've got Victor Christiansen, Leicester. Number 25. Tete, relegated Leicester. Number 26. Cody Gakpo, well, looked like going to Man U, didn't he? Ended up with Liverpool. Scored a few against Man U and they beat him 7-0. Maximo Perrone, Man City. Wout Weghorst for Man U. Oh, definitely get that signing. He didn't do well at Burnley. We signed him on loan from Burnley. He didn't do well, funnily enough. Alejandro Garnacho. This is going to be one of the reasons why this transfer update set is going to sell out. The rookie sticker for Garnacho. So get it while you can. Otherwise, they'll be charging lots and lots of money. Marcel Sabitzer. Anthony Gordon. Danilo. Gustavo Scarpa. Chris Wood. Looks like he would rather be anywhere else. James Bree for Southampton. Jan Bednarek for Southampton. Carlos Alcaraz. Kamaldeen Sulemana, again, FIFA players will recognise him from not this season, but the season before, as one of the silver players for all the silver challenges. He was so quick. Paul Onuachu, I'm not sure I expect that name. Pedro Porro. Now, I'm impressed with him. Certainly the cup game in Sheffield United, he ran us ragged. I mean, we know we still won. He's definitely a very good player. And out Danjuma. Got him from Villarreal. What did I say? Nope. Not with William Wonka then. Better. Danny Ings for West Ham. That's going to be 4 for Wolves. So I've got Craig Dawson. Mario Lemina. Pablo Sarabia. Eiffel, what was it even? João Gomez. And last but not least, last sticker going in, update number 48, Matheus Cunha. And there we go. That is the transfer updates complete. And also the album complete. There we go. The last few pages. So there we go. That is the complete 2023 Premier League sticker album stuck into a hardback album. Done. Let me know what you think in comments. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more stickers and cards. Can't say more than that. Thanks for watching.